Hey everyone, welcome back to SJ Talks. Today we have Harish Sharma Garu from Madhya Pradesh. He's been an AEM developer and a tech lead for very large companies, and he's been working for 10 years now, and he's here to share us his insights, his journey, his challenges, and all together about his career and everything that would help you. So before that, if you are someone looking for career advices or wanting to learn information about career, software, technology, and everything, please do subscribe. And with that being said, let's get started. Hi, Harish Garu.
Hi.
Thank you so much, first of all, for coming here, giving us your time.
Thank you.
And how have you been?
Yeah, I'm good. It was like Sundays, but there was some plan, but it was.
That's right. Really, thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Let's start with a little introduction from you.
Hi, this is Harish, and I have started my career from TCS. So initially, I have done my graduation from Indore in computer science engineering, B, and later on I moved to the Bangalore just for off campus and for looking job. So then I got chance to apply from Hyderabad in TCS off campus, and later on I got chance to join the TCS. So initially I have worked as a Java developer, and later on I got introduced with AEM, Adobe Experience Manager. So then I realized this is the perfect combination of backend engineering, content management system, and user experience, where everything is in one combination that you are getting. So then I got chance to work on different features, different type of modules of projects in AEM. So it was really great, and it's been long, but still there seems like there are a lot of learning.
It's like that in software, right?
Yeah, always.
And most of students or anyone getting started with the career, they first focus on Java, Python, and then MERN stack, full stack, whatnot. So you've choose AEM. So what made you choose that, and why is it so significant, AEM?
So when I said that, first thing that I was on Java, but I was looking something that at that time there were multiple things in market like big data, Hadoop, and some of moving on Salesforce, some of moving on different technologies. So I was looking something that I can utilize my previous experience as well. So I was working as a Java developer. I was looking something that it can be belong to the Java or something. So when I saw AEM, that complete backend, it's using the Java technology. So we can say just tool. Any student, either they are learning Python or Java or any language, they can use their language, and tool can be changed in market with the growing time, and with the time there will be different things. But based on their technology, they can choose that. So that's how I got this a good option it made me realize that it is something enterprises is using AEM to manage the large scale of user experience. So that's how I got introduced with AEM. And initially the best part with the TCS, I got some initial training as well with this new tool in a digital program. So that's how I got learn AEM, and then started working on the new projects.
Okay, you started with TCS, right?
Yeah.
So in all of the companies you've worked for, what was the project that was really intriguing and that made you really interested in AEM?
Okay, so if I start first project, because always first project is special when you are starting learning, because it's new technology, you don't know much about anything, and suddenly you are getting introduced with everything, and you are very excited in learning new things, and you go each and every perspective scenario, and you just check all type of consoles, all type of features, functionality of those technology. But when I started with the TCS, the project which I got, the first Humana, that was completely asset management system. Asset management is nothing in AEM we call them, where we manage the digital assets like videos, images, and all. So like each and every company, or it was completely healthcare related, but each and every company, as if they are using any kind of digital asset or any video or something, they have some limits or some copyrights or some permissions. They can use this type of asset for this long duration and all. So the requirement was we need to handle all the asset with their expiry date, and whenever they are using those assets anywhere in their website, application, wherever. So the management should aware what are the assets are going to expire in upcoming 90 30 days. So they should get notification for those. And if anything that is expired, then we need to remove from those folders and need to make it archive kind of thing. So there are multiple scenario in initial project. So that's what it was like. Okay, this is thing, but this was just a start. This was nothing. So when I moved another project, that was one board project in TCS, and where like I got the actual AEM project working with this. It was side project, and that's where it was MSM site structure. So MSM we call like multi-language and multi-site management system. So it's like AEM is something provide you MSM site structure, very strong feature. So you can create one application, one site structure where you have thousands pages, and now you have the same site available in US, same available in some other country like China, Japan, India, Australia, anywhere, and the same application is served on different location with the different content can be there, different language can be there. So AEM is something they provide the MSM site structure where you can create one master language application site, and you can roll out and you can create lot many live copies in different language and different region as well. So so this was something good feature, and it's provide like internationalization I18 and feature where you can use those some libraries or something additional feature to convert for and translation language and all for different languages. So this was a good experience with one board project. And another thing was like making everything dynamic. It was not just a straightforward dynamic component. It's something that lot many API call is happening based on user requirements. So you always think about make things very user experience should be very simple and more effective and flexible. So that's where the AEM play a very big role, because it provides something as a technical. Non-technical guy also can go and do some content modification in component if they are not aware even anything about technical. Once they go through everything, okay, that's how we can configure the component and all. That's where the more flexibility available. And if any changes goes very frequently, so we don't need to go for another deployment process and all. It's simple. We can do some changes directly in authoring, and we can make it easily available for user. So it was the one of the great experience, because where you are making everything dynamic things where end user can come and choose their different type of option, that I want this type of board, I want this type of engine, I want this type of roof, this color, this shape I want, this should be the requirement. So everything is they can do the modify.
It's very efficient and easy.
And based on that, there are multiple things happen in backend. So again, backend, as I added, it's completely Java. We are just using some AEM specific APIs, and those APIs we are simply like in plain Java we have some type of servlets. So if we go to the AEM, there will be Sling servlet. This is the difference. And those are servlets are using some specific AEM APIs. So it's little difference, but if we go with the core Java perspective, these are same features that we are using in normal Java or with any other. It just kind of, we can say, like Spring Boot, it's another framework, nothing else.
A little more decorated.
But it gives more options in one package. So it's kind of, you can play with all around, like front end, back end, and content and application, and also multiple things in AEM. Those are different features that we can utilize based on our different requirements.
During all these projects you worked on, what are the challenges you faced and that could help the viewers?
So every project has definitely some different challenges, but one of the main challenge, if I talk about that, then the migration from a lower version to higher version, like initial, like it's been more than 2 years that I was working on the migration part, but now I'm working only mostly development and some kind of integration with the different tools. So migration is something like older version, AEM worked on different versions, 6.1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got chance working from 6.3 version
Okay.
and 6.3, 6.4, 6.5, and AEM is a cloud service. So the main challenge was when we were migrating from 6.3 or 6.4 to AEM as a cloud service, because you know there are multiple things. Um, uh, how the immutable folder works, how the configuration work in the AEM as a cloud service, what type of file support AEM as a cloud service provides, and how the dispatcher configuration work in the AEM. So dispatcher is one of the another we can say feature, as well as one of the separate module in AEM, where we can register our domain, like application domain.
Okay.
So AEM as a cloud provides separate, completely separate console for that, and we can register our any new if we want to register any new domain using the domain onboarding process. And those domain in dispatcher backend configuration, we can define those domain, what should be the path allowed on this domain from AEM backend, and what should be the cache rule, what type of file should be accessible. This all type features configuration we can do in AEM dispatcher. And AEM dispatcher is quite different if it goes with the older version and AEM as a cloud service. So this was a big challenge initially to understand everything, like and it took time what we expected more than that, definitely. Because yeah. So to going through all this configuration, making working, like what if I say one simple another challenge with the AEM as cloud service, that we saw that just AEM provides some, when you it provides some notification for any activity in AEM. So you can provide notification on email, through email as well. So there are some SMTP configuration available directly by default in AEM. We can directly use those configuration, and we can make it work. So what different in the AEM cloud, there are egress IP, another thing is added, so that's where it's little different with the older version. So yeah, this was the main challenge. And apart from this, if I go with the another challenge that I worked on before AMS cloud version, I was working on on-prem server, and there I have worked on one authentication implementation, security for security purpose, that SAML implementation with the AEM.
What's the difference between this on-prem and the AEM?
Yeah, so the main difference between on-prem and AEM, till 6.5, it's the server handled by client itself using some on-prem or AWS services. The client handle their service, their complete server structure they can manage, and it's all responsibility who is owning the
takes the responsibility of AWS and all of that.
No. On-prem is, we can say, separate. AWS is separate, and it's something that just take an example. I have one application, and I'm doing the deployment for that, and there is on-prem. Either I can handle those server using on-prem or AWS. Okay. So whatever server we are using for our application, there can be different lower version, higher version, lower environment, higher environment, dev, stage, QA, and prod. These all servers handle in the on-prem or AWS using some services.
Yes.
So these are something handled by client itself. Like client own these things. If they are taking AEM, then they take care all this server implementation, everything, and they take care all the infrastructure. Like if any deployment activity is going or any update activity is going, then server should be down, and all this activity handled by the client itself, like who is owning the application.
Okay.
So when come to the AMS cloud service, it's completely different, where everything handled by Adobe. The server structure, everything provided by AEM. Once we register with the Adobe and we got some program, in that program we can register n number of lower environment with one higher environment, one production, and there can be n number of lower environment, whatever number we want to create. We want to create 5 dev environment, 10 dev environment, that we can do. And that's how AMS Cloud has strong feature, and it's always available. There is no downtime activity, nothing.
Yes.
So yeah, we were talking about the challenges part.
Yeah.
So the challenge was like when I was applying this SAML integration with the on-prem server. Previously, AEM
What's a SAML integration?
SAML integration with the on-prem. On-prem was like 6.4 or 6.5 we were using for those application, and previously we were using some LDAP authentication, but we have discontinued LDAP and we have implemented SAML authentication process.
It's an authentication
process. So SAML is something we use single sign-on, that if we are login for one application, we don't need to go to separately again and again for separate login system. So this was another challenge initially, like to understand our complete flow, how the configuration works in AEM, like what are the paths we can define, what are the certificates required for this, what will be the private certificate, public certificate, what will be the configuration available in AEM, and how it make it available, and what are the ports required, and these are something initial challenge, but yeah, it was good learning as well.
Yeah, now it must be easy for you, I guess.
Now the thing is, those are not in use anymore because we moved in cloud.
We've already moved, so
yeah.
So basically, the migration part was a little tough.
Yeah, we can say little tough, but great learning.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
So this AEM, if anyone wants to learn, where do they start?
Yeah, starting AEM is very easy. For if you belong to Java developer, then it's very easy for you, because Adobe provide one platform. So it's experience. You can directly Google the AEM learning from Adobe Documents, and it will provide you all the documents from very initial phase, very start, like zero learning. Even though you don't know Java, you can start from that point.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And these are documents, have videos, some practice documentation as well, and all configuration things, everything explained in very, very simple and deep manner. So you can go through those documents, and you can start daily course, and you can start with the initial setup, like what are the local setup required, what are the local tools, local software needed for the AEM setup. Later on, you can move like how to set up the initial project, how to create the Maven project, and then you can do that Maven project with your local setup. Then one by one, you can take the steps.
So do they also have projects in that?
AEM provide one default project that we call vRetail or WKND.
Okay.
So that is when you will do directly Google AEM project, AEM WKND project, you will directly see one Git links that you can go to directly there, and you can download that, and you can make it local setup using that project as well. So that project is provide all features what AEM has, most of features we can say. Like it has complete one dummy application website setup with the multiple pages for multiple reasons, multiple languages. Also, there are lot many out of the box component, and also some of the component into the vRetail project itself, WKND project itself, and also different type of configuration. Everything is part of that bunch of that project. So you can use that, and you can start working on top of that.